Hey folks, New Wave Toys sent me this fantastic little nostalgic diorama item. It's a 1/6 scale USB cigarette machine. Very niche, very odd, but at the same time very nostalgic, especially if you grew up in the 90s. And I kind of grew up in the 90s myself. I do remember these things all the time wherever you went. Now, New Wave Toys did send this to me as a review unit. They did not pay me to do this. So they just sent me this unit to do a free-for-all review, and I will give you my honest review. I am a little biased. I was going to say biased. I do love these. A little biased. I do love these little 1/6 scale diorama things they make at New Wave Toys. Absolutely love them. But outside of that, I will give you my honest review. I'll try. I won't be biased. Don't be biased, David. But I'm pretty excited about this because it brings quite a bit of nostalgia for me as a kid, as a high schooler, teen, mainly because everywhere I hung out there were smokers and smoking vending machines all over the place. But yeah. So it serves as a couple things. It's a very niche item, but for those of you who love miniaturized toys such as this, it also serves not just as a toy, but as a USB hub. It has a good handful of hubs in the back, or outputs, which is 2 USB-Cs and 4 USB-As, which is plenty, and it outputs a total of, I don't know how many watts, but I guess we'll find out in the manual. But let's get this open, see what it's all about, and then show you all the sexy awesomeness of this little USB cigarette hub. All right, this is the box it comes in. Pretty basic for New Wave Toys, but it does give you all the information you need. You can take a screenshot later. I'm going to also bust out the brochure, but to start off with, let's get this sticker off. And I don't have a knife, but that's okay, I think. Okay, so the first thing we have here is the brochure. And this brochure has some smaller items in it. Or brochure, I mean user guide. Let's just give her a quick crack open. And you can see that it has 4 USB-As and 2 USB-Cs, which is a good handful of USB ports, but it doesn't say the voltage or the wattage on here. Maybe it says it on the box itself, on the unit itself, but pretty basic. It doesn't really tell you much in detail what's going on. All right, so the first thing we have here are 4 extra metal legs, so you can swap these legs out from the default ones that are on the unit on the vending machine. It has 4 black ones, I believe, and here's some metallic metal ones. And yep, here's the black ones. And they're metal as well, pretty good heft to them. And you got some neat little accessories here. This is interesting. What is this? All right, this is funny. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So this is pretty funny. It comes with some accessories to accessorize your little vending machine. 2 boxes, 2 packs of cigarettes there, cool, with a C, not a K. 2 unlit cigarettes, ashtray, and a lighter. And there's a lot of detail in there, if you can see, which is pretty darn cool. I love the attention to detail these guys give for their products. Let's put this aside. And it looks like we have a couple, or a card. These cards are basically the window display you'll see on the vending machine here in a second. It looks like it has a couple cards, so it has the cool card here. This is kind of the basic one, outside of the one that's already on the unit. Just has a scene of some trees and a nice, cool, refreshing, minty landscape scene. And then we have New Wave Toys. This one is, it glows under a black light. What do they call it? Iridescent or something? But it's got a black light display, so if you do have a black light, it'll glow as the light hits it. But yeah, pretty cool. So let's actually take a look at the unit now. All right, so let me see. All right, so you got your cable, your power cable, And that's nice. What I like about this is pretty cool, is that the power supply is built into the unit. You don't have to have this AC adapter, this thick, chunky brick on the outside. It's built into the unit, so that is very nice. I love when companies are able to fit the power supply inside of the unit. All right. All right, so here's the vending machine. Very, very nice. And this is one slick looking machine, I gotta say. It has a lot of detail. Look at that. Just gobs of detail in there. The cool thing about this is that they have put fake cigarette manufacturers on the pull tabs, right above the pull tab labels, which is really neat. Not pull tabs, but pulleys. I don't know what they call them. Pull knobs. Yeah, pull knobs. It's got this really nice wooden grain on it, as you can see. And it's got these metallic, ooh, it's kind of dirty, you need to clean that. This piano black, kind of glossy side. And of course on the back, you have the 4 ports. Now again, these are 4 USB-A's and 2 USB-C's. It doesn't state the wattage it's outputting on here. As you can see, there's no marking or labeling for that. And whoa, that's dirty. I need to clean this really good. And then your on and off switch. Now this does light up, and we'll see that a little bit later, but this is the unit itself. Let me show you guys up here. Very nice indeed. Yeah, really cool. And this is it in all its glory. Small device. Now it is a pretty good size. It is 1/6 scale, just like the Coke machine back here. And we'll do some video of that later with them side by side, so you can see how big it is if you do have that Coke machine in the back there. Let's get this cleaned up, get it nice and sexy for the video camera, because there are a lot of smudges, and we'll go over some basics on how to use this thing. All right,
let's get this out on your tray. Nice and cute.
All right, so here we go. You got the legs on, and these are the metal legs, as you can see here. You also have the black ones if you choose to go with that color. I do like the metallic color. And it's plugged in already, and it's powered on, and all you gotta do to turn the light on in the front, it does have an illumination in the front, is to click this, almost looks like a hidden button at the top. You can kind of see it turn off and on there. Because lighting on the up here is a little bit strong, you can't probably see it too well. And to turn it on, you just simply hit the tiny little black button here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see here. So this little button right there. And once you it toggles off and on the card light. And I don't know if you can see it there. It's kind of dim because of this light up here, but it looks pretty good, I think. Let's see what it really looks like without this bright, giant, bright light on me, and see what it looks like on the camera. And there you go. And there you go. It's kind of dim just because of my camera settings, but it is pretty bright as a way from where I'm looking. There's a bit of dust I need to clean too. It's kind of dusty, but that's what they're all like in real life, huh? Very accurate. Comes with age-accurate dust. Here's an overhead view. You can see it. This is how bright it really is, and it's got a good amount of illumination. You can see all of the logos and everything. It looks pretty good. I like it. All right, let's get the lights back on. All right, and let's just take another look. The really interesting logos they've created for this unit. For example, you got Sucky Trike, which should be Lucky Strike, as if you're a past smoker, you probably know this. And then you got Marlboro, let's see, Vivaroy 100s, Virginia Slims, Camel Lights, Winston, and so on and so forth. But they really did a bang-up job with this, in my opinion. It's funny that the overall logo looks very, very accurate to what it should be in real life. Yeah. Now these cards can be changed out, and to do that, you just pop down on this and then pull out, I believe. There we go. It is on a hinge. I was about to break that thing. And then what you can do is just slide out this card. It slides out fairly easily here, as you can see. And then we'll put in this guy, which is just another variant of this cool logo. And it slides right in. Boom. Very nice, very nice. Okay, and let's see what the other one looks like. I don't have a black light to show you how this glows with a black light, but trust me, it really does glow. I've seen other videos. And that's it. That's what you do to change out the card. Very easy. And I think I like the blue cool card better. So this is pretty nostalgic for me, mainly because when I was a kid in high school, a teenager, I smoked, and all my friends smoked. Like everybody smoked back in the day. It was a very common thing to see. And these were even more common to see. You'd see them in pool halls, clubs, you name it, bars, whatever. These were everywhere. And the funny thing was there was no age verification on cigarette vending machines back in the day. It's just kind of an honor thing. So you'd put in your money, however much it was at the time, $4 or $5, and bam, it pops out a box of cigarettes. And now, I do remember something about these machines. Half the time they worked, half the time they didn't. They were like money stealers, right? You put in your money, and nothing comes out. It seemed like that was like half the time. So let's get this set up next to the Coke machine, a new Coke machine that New Wave Toys sent me in the past, and I absolutely love this thing. It really actually cools, and we're not talking about this machine, but it actually cools your sodas. It's a built mini fridge in there. But let's get them side by side with the lights turned down a bit, and that way you can see what they look like in a dim area. Maybe imagine it being in your home, and if it's something you like, then yeah, it'd be great. All right, so here we have the USB-C hub cigarette vending machine along with the Coca-Cola new Coke vending machine. And these are both 1/6 scale. You can see how large these are. I mean, look how large these guys are. Fairly large for 1/6 scale. So if you have something set up like that in your home, or if you're a collector of New Wave Toys, this will be perfect for you. And I tell you what, I really do like this unit, mainly because, not because of smoking, not to promote smoking or anything like that. I know it's a disgusting habit, but because it looks really, really cool, and it's so detailed. It has so many details, and then they give you all of these little things here, like the cigarette boxes, and it's so tiny, and the other accessories, accoutrement, and I just love it. And they always do a bang-up job with this sort of thing. I do recommend buying one of these if you're into this sort of thing. Again, I did have some issues with my particular unit. You can see here, there is quite a bit of marks, and just maybe there's like a plastic wrap I haven't taken off, but there's quite a bit of markings and things of that nature on all of the sides of this unit that I was unable to get off with Windex. So I may have to reach out to them guys and tell them about it. I don't necessarily want a replacement. They did send this to me as a review unit, so that's fine. But if you guys are going to buy this with your hard-earned cash, and it does come up kind of like this with these worn-out sides and things of that nature, and definitely reach out to them. I'll be reaching out to them just to give them a heads up. So let's give this a shot with charging. Let's see how well it charges, and let me get a charger. So let's test out the charging on this guy and see if it's adequate to charge an iPhone 15. Now mine's an iPhone 15 Pro, and it does require a minimum amount of charging to come across, otherwise it won't charge at all. So let's see if this first one does it. This is just USB-A here. And yep, it's charging at 98% here. Always try to keep my stuff topped off. And then we'll try USB-C, and I'm pretty sure that's going to work too. It's a short cable. Let's see. Now, it doesn't come with any charging cables, just so you know. All right, so let's do that. And yep, it's charging just fine up here. So this thing does charge adequately. I don't know what the wattage is. Again, I didn't find it on the box. Maybe you guys can provide that information in the comments below. But it does its job. It does what it's supposed to do as a charger. Not that I'm going to use it as a charger, but it's always there if you need that. Well, with all that said, I really do enjoy this little unit. It's very nostalgic for me being in my 40s, and those of you guys who are Gen X or millennials, when smoking was a very common thing, even boomers who are watching this, smoking was everywhere. And I'm sure this little guy will provide a lot of nostalgia for you. It's fun to look at. It's good quality, except for the sides. They need to fix that. I think I just got something that was bad as far as the finish on the sides. But outside of that, I do recommend it. I think it's pretty awesome. I would buy it myself. I was actually very much looking forward to this thing coming out last year when they did a kind of a sneak peek reveal of it. And I was just enamored. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going to leave some video roll of this thing turned on with the lighting. I'm going to take this light off so you can see what it looks like illuminated, just the card and the panels up front, and get an idea what it looks like when the lights are turned down dim. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll have some more retro reviews ready for you guys in the upcoming months because they've been sending me some things, and I got to review them. So I'll see y'all later. Take care. This is a place where retro never dies. We'll see y'all later, my friends. Bye.
In the midnight haze, dressed up like rebels in our reckless days. Backseat laughter, a pack in my hand, rolling through the city like we had a plan. Step into the bar with a wink and a grin, no one's checking, we're all getting in. Baseline pounding, smoke